Now, I talked about different levels. So now I'm going to talk about the identification of each level. So I'm only going to write out a few. There are more. So I call this the identification of training levels. As you guys have heard me say, there's EN0 to EN1. Okay, this is going to be your heart rate between 100 to 120 for an extended period of time. Next, you have EN2. EN2 is going to be heart rate between 120 and 140. Next, you have EN3, that's close to threshold. You have your heart rate between 140 to 160, maybe 175, depending. That is kind of a controversial level. There are a bunch of different recommendations by coaches on what you should think of EN3. Next level is threshold, and that's just how it sounds, threshold training. And then you have your specifics. You have lactic endurance, which is going to be, you all know what lactic endurance is, speed strength, and strength speed. The speed strength and strength speed, that's going to be what we in CrossFit call, and in the National Pro Grid League call, barbell cycling. Now, one of the big arguments in CrossFit is you shouldn't touch and go a clean. You shouldn't touch and go a snatch. You shouldn't do multiple unbroken reps of a clean and a snatch at heavy weight. I'm not going to disagree with that, only if it's in reference to a 1 rep max or working at somewhere around 85 to 90% of your load. Now, or of your 1 rep max load. Barbell cycling is a term that's used in our sports because it's a necessity, and we can't say it's weightlifting. Speed strength and strength speed. Speed strength is moving lightweight fast. Strength speed is moving heavyweight fast. These two things, they're not interchangeable. They categorize two separate things within one thing. Bear with me. Okay. Barbell cycling is the key term to think of, and it's something that we train in CrossFit at the elite level and really in the general class as well. But again, that's not playing a role here. If you guys have any questions on the general population and how we program for that, I can put up another video, send another video for you, and hopefully we can knock out some questions or concerns on that. So, this video is going pretty long, so I'm going to cut it here, pretty much right now. I hope this answered some questions. 5 times a day training it's crazy to think about, but the key takeaway, number one, they're not going to be doing 80% capacity work multiple times a day. All 5 of those sessions are not going to be 80% capacity. Number 2, the athlete's in tune with their body. 3, the demand for the sport is why they do it. 4, the demand of the coach is very high to keep their athlete in check. And 5, the psyche and the psychological component of the athlete is interesting when you're dealing with CrossFitters. It's a struggle to work with, I'm not going to lie. Especially when getting them to understand the key phrase, train smarter, not harder. Luckily, as the sport is evolving, a lot are understanding that more and more. So, going to leave you with this. My recommendation, best company out there right now that's really helping with CrossFit and other sports as well, is called Training Think Tank. TrainingThinkTank.com. That's who I follow. And right now I have been involved in some of their courses that they offer, and has really opened my mind up to a lot of how to program properly, how to understand programming for CrossFit properly, and also how to handle the elite level within the CrossFit world. So, I hope this answered your questions. If not, please feel free to give me a call, shoot me a message, and I'll try to clarify any confusion. Okay? So thanks a lot for your time, guys, and I hope you have a great day.